This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesianicristo.
You're listening to INCRadio.
Broadcasting live from Chicago, Illinois. DZEM 954 AM station. Here to bring you great conversations about faith, people, places, culture, and recent events all around the district. Join us on YouTube at INCRadio.org. Hello, Northern Midwest and the rest of the world. It's time to get this show started.
And it is time to get the show started. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone tuning in to INCRadio Northern Midwest Satellite Studio. Glad to be with you all this afternoon. I'm Gabriel Romero, one of your hosts from Bloomingdale, Illinois, District of Great Lakes. We're glad to have you here. Please don't forget to share your comments, your greetings, whether they're birthday greetings, anniversary greetings, or you just want to say hi in the YouTube live chat, please do so. We'll be reading your messages throughout our broadcast, especially in regards with today's topic. If you can see down there, down below, you can contribute your thoughts to what are the little things that make things better. For this weekend, if you can tell, there are many activities that have been going on, which we love to celebrate these special moments, especially with our brothers and sisters in the church. And we'd like to share these with you. I believe soon we will be having a report coming in. But before we get to that part, let's say hi to our guest for this afternoon. Not too far away from here, from Park Ridge, Illinois. So I'll allow her to introduce herself. So good afternoon. Nice to have you with us.
Good afternoon, Gabriel. Hi, everyone. My name is Sister Shamika. I'm from the local congregation of Park Ridge, and I'm so excited to be here.
Glad to have you on. First time, I think. So it's all right. We tell everyone, the 30 minutes of our broadcast will go by as if, it was just a minute. Don't worry about that. But let's get on to our topic for today, which is the little things that make it better. So we, both of us, as young as we are, I'm going to include myself as being young, but, there's lots of things that may, stress us or worry us. But, it's important also for us to, take some time to look back and look at the little things that, put a smile on our face or make us happy. So this question will also go to you in our YouTube live chat. We want to know name three things that's made your day better this week. So just let us know on the side there. Three things that made your day better from this past week. So how about for you, Mika? Anything come to mind?
Okay. I remember this week it's been pretty productive. I remember I've hanged out with my friends in school. I've journaled a lot, and most especially going to church and performing my choir duty. That's really makes me happy.
Really good. Oh, I'm also, for those who don't know, I'm also in the choir too. So it is a great feeling to, perform our duties inside of the church. But what were the other two that you mentioned? School and
Like journaling.
journaling.
Yes.
Okay. So I was like, school sometimes made me happy. Was there anything like specific that happened during school, or you said hanging out with your friends?
Mhm.
So I'm sure it's also a good time.
I think with hanging out friends, it's also important to balance with academics and your social life.
Mhm.
So I think that's where how my week became better too, and also balancing most especially my duty with God because He's my number one priority, as everyone in the church is also. So yeah.
Nice. Very, very good to also see that you have that support system in a way, right? Like to help you with that school, in my case, work balance, right? With everything going on. But I'll to I guess go off of what you said. Mine might be a little more obscure. I don't know, but like
Yeah.
one of the things that made my day better today, actually, like throughout this past week, I've been helping like my sister move into her new place with her husband. So it's been a lot of, moving things back and forth. Um and right, as my sister, she's been, you know, with me for pretty much my whole life. So it's
Oh.
a little bit hard to, I mean, they found a place before, but it was like an apartment. But now, it's a big milestone this time around. So like they found their own place, which they'll be at. So helping them, help moving their things like that. That made my day better because in my mind it was a good way for me to show, like that I'm still going to support them. Even though they don't live too far away, still, I'm
Oh,
glad. I'm
that's so
glad for that.
sweet.
They don't.
Yeah.
They don't live too far away, so I'll still be able to visit every once in a while. Which actually leads to my second thing that made me smile, or which made my day better this week. They have a dog,
Oh,
and
so
so
sweet.
he is. Oh, they're gonna get mad at me if I get his age wrong, but
What?
he's 4.
4?
He's 4.
Ooh.
So since he'll be with of course he'll be staying with them over the past couple of days, like I've been enjoying my time with him. So every time that he, like lays down next to me, if I'm like resting on my bed, or like he'll like lay on the floor and like ask for, like tummy scratches. So like those
May I
those things make me happy.
may I ask what your dog's name is?
His name, my sister's dog's name. I wish I had a dog. Well, I'm pretty sure my mom wishes she had a dog more than I wish I had a dog. But my my sister's dog's name is Kirby, and he's
Oh,
a
that's so
corgi.
cute, like the
Yeah,
character.
yes, yeah. He's a 4-year-old corgi. Yeah, so um, I guess that this is part 2.5. It makes me smile whenever he tries to go up onto my bed. I bought stairs, like doggy stairs, so
Oh,
that he could climb up onto my bed.
because he's too
So,
small.
yeah, so that is another thing that does make me really happy. And I guess a third thing, I feel like I talked about a lot of things, but a work related thing, I guess. It's good to know, for at least at a work standpoint, I'm getting more um, equipment to help with the capacity, because what I do, I test, like samples
Mhm.
for my career, and it's been, they've been pushing productivity a bit more. There's been a lot to produce, which is good, but now I'll be able to help more in that regard because we've gotten more equipment to help us. So that's another part of my day, or another part of my life that happened this week, which made my day better because knowing that, I'll still be able to support and help in an even further capacity. So yeah, there's a lot of things that do make us happy. I want to see if we have anything. Okay. I'm gonna
Ooh.
look at some answers from our YouTube live chat.
Okay.
So from Milwaukee, Sister Sin, she mentioned 3 things are nice weather, road trips, and fishing.
Oh, that's really nice. The weather's getting warmer too, especially in our area. So
Yes. Well, I'd say the weather still is unpredictable. We
I
don't know.
know
It
it
might
gets cold and it
storm.
gets warm,
Yeah,
but I
that's true.
want the sun.
That's true. I mean, maybe some would consider snow as part of what makes them happy. Some might consider, the warm weather. I think we've got another one. Oh, from Rachel Weiser. I'm gonna read hers. Three things that made her happy this week. Breakfast with her auntie, performing her duties, like similar to what you
I
said,
agree.
and spending time with her family. Very nice. Yeah, we love that family time, especially with Ata Rachel over there in Bloomingdale. I want to see what other things you have. So if you're commenting or watching us, please make sure to share your comments with us below on the three things that made you happy this week. But I guess now the question, I guess we kind of answered it a little bit
Mm-hmm.
before, was why? Why
Yeah.
these things made us happy? Um, for I guess it was kind of similar between both of us, how we talked about finding that balance between our studies and work. We can, I
Mm-hmm.
guess, group those together, but
Yeah.
but going comparing that with um our time with God and being able to de-stress in that regards. So um what are your thoughts on on those things that have made you happy?
Oh, well, for me, I think it's important to prioritize God, especially with the things going around in our world in general, especially with social media and everything we see through online and everything we experience in our daily lives. It's also important to pray to God and the things we want to say to Him
Yeah,
if we're going through stuff. And it makes us feel better because God knows us compared to other people in our lives.
very true. Right, there are a lot of things which we communicate with God through prayer that we don't necessarily tell our friends and loved ones, right? But it is, as you said too, like God is there to listen to us, and feeling that comfort um is also a part of my day, which makes me feel really good inside. But now I want to compare, um because there are some things. I think a lot of it that we discussed earlier was stuff between us and other people, right? Like hanging
Mhm.
out with friends, or people doing things for us. But there's also things that we can do, like for ourselves to make our days better. Like
Mhm.
I still have a problem with this, like making my bed in the morning and making sure
It's the
that it looks
simple
nice and
things
clean.
that makes us happy too.
Right. Yeah. Are there other maybe simple things that you can think of that can make our days better?
Ooh, I
Like,
think okay. So after I perform my duties for choir, so whenever I go down in the
mhm,
basement,
yeah.
the kids would come up to me and they would hug me, and it really makes my day. It's really sweet, especially the CWS kids,
Mm-hmm.
and also like, being a watcher too.
Yes.
I love the kids in our church, and their presence is it makes me really happy too.
It is a great feeling. Like getting like a simple hug, from the children is
Yeah,
very, very nice.
and saying simple highs and
Mm-hmm. Seeing simple highs and sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but
yeah.
like all of those little actions, they grow into something much better, and like it really can change your whole day. And I'm sure that is what is happening to the recipients of those attending our Care for Humanity events, such as the one we are going to show you right now in Oregon, on the other side, well, almost the other side of the country. We could say that. So let's say hi
Yes.
to Ataflo Guillermo there in Oregon. What's going on at the flow? Good afternoon.
Good
Hello,
afternoon.
INC Radio, Northern Midwest. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, we can hear you
Yes.
clearly.
Okay, awesome. So I'm happy to be here with all of you. Hello, Kuya A and Ate Mika. Hello, and I'm actually from the District of Oregon. Currently, we are having our Care for Humanity here in Portland at our function hall. And right now, we are having some of our brethren doing our entertainment at the moment for our guests. And after this is done, we're going to have another number as well to entertain them and to share our INC radio, I'm sorry, INC original music that we also have for our listening pleasure. So right now, as you can hear in the background, you can tell that they're enjoying the music being sung by our sister Stacy of the local congregation of Portland. And after this, we will be distributing to our guests um, the Care for Humanity packages, which is, and our guests consist of our our neighbors here around our area in the Portland Chapel, as well as um, the guests and family and friends of our brethren. So they are enjoying so far. As you can tell, they're enjoying the program. So yeah. So this is what's happening in the District of Oregon at the moment.
Nice. Thank you, Ate Flo. Just I want to ask maybe a quick question, if that's all right with you. Um, are there or how have I'm sure there's been brethren of all ages who've helped out in doing their part for this activity. So how have the young and the old, or less young, I think I'll word it that way, how have they contributed to the efforts that have been going on?
Okay, so our young brethren, um, right now at this venue, they are helping out in ushering. They were ushering our guests to have their seat here. So we love that they are also interacting with the brethren and the guests. So that's our youth that's helping, and for us who are not so much youth, and so we have helped out in different areas such as planning and coordinating with everyone so that we could hold an activity like this. And thankfully, we have the love of the brethren to help us in doing our activity. And so far, it's doing well.
Nice. We're glad to hear this wonderful report coming from Portland, Oregon, right out the flow. So thank you for joining us
Thank
today.
you
On do
so
you have
much,
anything,
sister.
you want to
Th-
give any greetings or shout outs before you go?
Yes, just wanted to say hello to everyone there in Northern Midwest, to all the brethren, as well as we'd like to thank the church administration for their guidance, for allowing us to have this kind of activity, which really brings us happiness so much. And we are able to share our kindness as well. So we are grateful to everyone involved, especially to the church administration.
All right. That again was Ate Flo Guillermo from Portland, Oregon, sharing their care for
Thank you.
humanity. Thank
Thank
you
you for your
for
time,
joining.
sister.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. See, it's great to see Mika, right? These activities, like you said, well, I'm sure that like young and old alike, young and less young alike, they're able to, contribute in any small way that they can, whether that's helping, with the goods, helping, meet people. I'm sure it puts a smile on all of their faces. So
I, yeah, going with that, I also like to add on that it really strengthens our church community by helping out others. We're able to not only share kindness, but also our faith to others.
yes, it is a great way to, share our happiness with everyone in our communities, um, our neighbors, our friends, our loved ones, and it is great to, be able to show that as members of the Church of Christ. And so, with that, we're gonna learn actually through another way of communicating through sign language. If you couldn't tell already,
Ooh.
it is our CSD segment here of This Is Your Sign. We've got 2 words to learn today. So let's find out, in relation to our topic today, what they are.
This is your sign.
Hello, brothers and sisters. My name is Sister Sophia, and I'm the Secretary for the Christian Society for the Deaf here in the District of Great Lakes. And for today's Sign of the Week, we're going to learn how to sign the 2 words happiness and joy. First, to sign the word happiness, it's basically the same sign as happy, and in order to do that, you'll have both of your hands out and facing you, and then you'll do 2 swiping motions going up. And remember, when you sign the word happy or happiness, make sure you show it in your face as well, as emotion is a very big part in sign language. Happy or happiness. And now to sign the word joy, it's basically the same motions as happiness. The only difference is that you'll use your pinky instead of all your fingers. Since joy starts with the letter J, and the way you sign J is just like this. Now, back to signing the word joy. You have both your pinkies out, and you do the same swiping motions going up. Joy. So, happiness or joy. Thank you for joining us in today's Sign of the Week, and we hope to see you more in future activities.
This is your sign.
Yes, thank you to Sister Sophia, again from Louisville, Kentucky. And I'm sure we mentioned it last week, but happy belated graduation too. Another happy moment in your life. So congratulations, and again, thank you to CSD Christian Society for the Deaf for teaching us those 2 words.
Gabriel,
Yes.
by the way, can you do the sign language? I can do
So we've got
joy.
we've got joy with the pinkies. See, I remember the pinkies.
Pinky? Yeah.
And then happiness. All our
Happiness.
fingers. Yes.
Yeah.
We are happy, and I assume joyful is the same as
Yeah,
joy.
with J.
we're gonna sign that throughout the broadcast, and I'm
Yes.
sure that you all feel those same emotions whenever we talk about the activities that we have held throughout these past weeks, and we are going to feature a couple of them now in this week's CFO in Action segment. CFO in Action. I think this first one, recent activities, you may be familiar with, Mika. We've got Park Ridge in a waffle making.
Yes, we did the
activity.
waffle making. It was so nice.
Looks delicious. Very healthy too. See a lot of fruit.
You can see me in the corner there.
Very
The
nice.
kids
And
loved it.
that's good to hear. And Chicago North
Oh,
here
the
had a
fun
nice-
walk.
enjoyed the weather. Maybe a little chilly, but I mean, that's Chicago weather. It could be chilly, could be warm, but I'm sure they enjoyed their time all together there. And we cannot forget to thank the Church of Constitution as well for the local congregation of Columbus
Columbus.
had their inaugural. So, congratulations again to the brethren there in Columbus, Ohio, for their inaugural. And then again, as we've been talking about for the past couple of weeks now, our upcoming activities, the main ones happening next week. We've got our CFO Cares and CFO Day next Saturday at Monkey Wood here in Schaumburg, Illinois. But for your respective local congregations, please check the dates there on your screen from tomorrow or next week, all the way to the end of May. So please learn what those are. And as we mentioned earlier, right, we've got our CFO, or Care for Humanity activities that have been going on. You saw there from Oregon. We have ours tomorrow here in the District of Great Lakes. That will be at the local congregation of Chicago.
Oh, yes.
Starting at 4 in the afternoon. So if you know anyone near the Chicago area, please feel free to stop by. Again, this is at the Chicago Congregation's House of Worship, 4 p.m. tomorrow, Sunday, May 11. Yes. Last but not least, well, of course, we like to look back on the activity or on the previous broadcasts and read your responses and your comments as well. So let's take a look back here on what we talked about last week, right? We in a highlight of the Christian family organizations, right? We've got our family forged by faith topic that we have here. So um, we'd like to first thank the locales who had awesome hashtags. Yes. So again, please be continue to be creative for those who have been participating in our live chat. Again, these are the ones from last week: Rockford United in Faith, Bloomingdale's Faith and Family, Lexington Faith Filled Family, and Louisville Christian Family. I feel like they're like tongue twisters a little bit.
It's really hard to pronounce them.
They're very creative too. So make sure to again include your local congregation's hashtag for our topic this week, and you may see it featured on next week's broadcast. Up next, we've got similar topic or similar comments. Looks like all of these just appreciated how family activities are always great, always fun. Like you see here from Jerry Weeks down below. Anytime with family with regards to church is great. Agreed. Couldn't agree more.
Mhm.
And I love the one that's Joanna Antonio mentioned about how Lexington and Louisville are always like one big family bonded by love and faith. Um, and they're easy to, get activities going. So shout out to Lexington and Louisville.
Shout out to Lexington and Louisville.
We always see you in our live chats. We also have up next, ideas or comments that we thought were very interesting. Don't forget that these comments we like to highlight as well. We have these suggestions for activities that they would like to see with their families or within their local congregations, like amusement parks, flag football, bike rides, or trips to the zoo. All of these I think are very fun, especially with summer coming around. Quickly, Mika, what is a summer activity that you would like to see?
Ooh, I would say um maybe also what Chicago North did with their fun walk. I think it would be nice
I
for
would.
the weather. Yeah,
It
it's
would be a
really
lot of fun. I want an ice cream. I think another locale did this, but like an ice cream social type of thing, like where we can
Ooh.
decorate like banana splits maybe, or makes what do you call it? Or if we could do frozen yogurt to be a little healthy, maybe we'll just have to figure it
Yeah.
out. But yeah, all of these are great ideas. We like to see more of those coming along. And of course, we like to comment on the comments that make us laugh, right? Like what Sister Zenny Weeks from Louisville said, an activity for
And
seniors.
for seniors. We should
The
think-
walk, I think, would be a good one.
yes, for seniors to be more, see the environment, walk more.
And then I like the commentary between Leslie Sguerra and Rachel White there about growing not as young, like what Leslie mentioned, playing football for those whose knees aren't that strong anymore.
Oh my
And, with Rachel Weiser, how she mentioned how all the children, I'm in the same boat, are growing much taller than we are.
yes. Even my little brother's taller than me.
Oh,
BWS.
oh man, yeah. My sister's tall too, so I know how you feel. So. We like all of your comments. So please don't forget to add those types of comments in our YouTube live chat as well, because we like to feature those. And last but not least, we like to again congratulate the local congregations again that have continued to show growth in the participation in our YouTube live chat. So again, these for this week are the congregations of Cincinnati, Cleveland, and Lake County. So thank you for your continued support. Um, Again, please, for those local congregations who aren't listed, we thank you for your support as well, but continue to share your this link out to our broadcast to everyone you know, so that, again, the more participation from your local congregation, you may see that name next week. So thank you for all of your participation. For this week, we love seeing you in our YouTube live chat, but sadly, it is now time to go for now. We would like to thank first and foremost here in the District of Great Lakes. Right, we have those celebrating their local anniversaries, I believe, coming up next week. Some Lake County celebrating on May 18, Cincinnati celebrating on May 21. Happy in advance local anniversary. We would also like to thank our district ministers here in the District of Great Lakes, Brother Art Agag, our assistant district minister, and Brother Elmer Sarmiento, who is our district minister for INCRadio. We would like to thank Brother Wally Taray, our station manager, Brother Angelo Araujo, our CEBSI president, civil coordinator, and last but not least, Brother Eduardo Vimanalo, who is our executive minister. Again, we always thank you for allowing us to have this platform to share the activities within our districts and be able to feature them on this broadcast to everyone all over the world. So again, I believe we have upcoming broadcasts to show maybe more of these Care for Humanity activities, as well as other topics as well. So please stay tuned to INCRadio for these topics. But for INCRadio Northern Midwest, don't forget every 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern, every Saturday. We'll see you again next week. For Mika and myself, Gabriel, we thank you so much. Continue to be phenomenal. Stay phenomenal. We will see you next week. Take care, everyone. And enjoy the weather while you can. Find the happiness in everything, actually. Big moments and the little moments. Take care.
Take care.